Now, in many ways, things have never been better for human beings, especially those born here in America. Take the stock market. Financial advisor and Wharton School graduate Jeremy Siegel wrote a book called Stocks for the Long Run, The Definitive Guide to Financial Market Returns and Long-Term Investment Strategies. He notes, and I'm quoting, "The long-term real rate of return from investing in stocks is remarkably durable," end of quote. The website Motley Fool writes, Charles Schwab was founded in 1971, and since then, discount brokerage rivals like Scottrade, TD Ameritrade, and E-Trade have competed to bring commission costs down to practically nothing. Some brokers, such as ShareBuilder, have focused on making investing accessible even to those of modest means, end of quote. So, it is easier and cheaper to invest in the stock market than ever before. The real risk for young people, in my humble opinion, is to not invest in the stock market for the long haul. Young people have the time to ride out any short-term or intermediate-term lows because in the long run, the stock market has always been up. As for jobs in the future, here's what Forbes recently wrote. During the pandemic, workers in the leisure and hospitality space were one of the first to lose their jobs or to get furloughed. Now, due to nearly insatiable demand, the jobs have come roaring back. The bounce back has been so enormous that restaurants and businesses complain they can't find enough workers. Large corporations such as Walmart, Amazon, and Target have had to respond by offering sign-on bonuses, increases in wages, and free tuition to entice people to join their companies. Within healthcare, employment in the individual and family services is projected to increase the fastest, with an annual growth rate of 3.3%. A rising demand for care of an aging baby boomer population, longer life expectancies, and continued growth in the number of patients with chronic conditions will call for a steady need of healthcare providers. Technological advances are expected to keep growing at a fast pace. We see an acceleration in artificial intelligence, robotics, self-driving cars, cryptocurrencies, gaming, virtual reality, online collaborative video platforms, and something called the metaverse. There will be needs across the gamut, ranging from large tech giants to scrappy startups. As business continues moving online, demand will outstrip the supply of suitable job candidates, end of quote. Whew! So jobs will be plentiful for those who are qualified, those who have invested in themselves and are willing to work hard. And for those people, the future is wide open. Now, Larry Elder here. Buy gold and get a free safe to store it in. That's right. On qualifying purchases from Birch Gold Group now through March 31st, they will ship a free safe directly to your door. All you have to do is visit LarryForGold.com to get your free info kit on gold and to claim eligibility for your free safe. Here's the deal. The Fed keeps raising rates because, frankly, it's the only tool they have to keep inflation under control. And it's not working. You cannot spend your way out of inflation. You've seen the impact on the stock market. You've seen the impact on your savings. Hedge inflation by owning gold, whether physical gold and silver in your safe or through an IRA in precious metals, where you can hold real gold and silver in a tax-sheltered retirement account. Birch Gold has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied customers. Visit LarryForGold.com for your free info kit on gold and to claim your eligibility for your free home safe by March 31st on qualifying purchases. Again, visit LarryForGold.com. That's LarryForGold.com. For the bad news. According to a new Wall Street Journal poll, less than 40% of Americans say patriotism is very important to them. And the same number, 40%, said the same thing about religion. In 1998, 70% felt patriotism was very important, and 62% felt the same about religion. Not good. Those who say working hard, having children, and being involved in the community has also fallen over the decades. Not good. Money is the only factor that was asked about that grew in importance. Money was cited as very important by 31% in 1998, but 43% in 2023. So, money is important, but working hard to get it, not so much. 60% of seniors age 65 and older said patriotism was very important, but only 23% of adults under 30 felt the same way. And get this, 4 years ago, 80% of Americans felt tolerance for others was very important. Today, it's down to 58%. Let's just take one issue, gun control. Now, there are passionate views on both sides. The question is this: what can we do? What legislation can Congress pass that will truly reduce gun violence? Listen to this exchange that took place after the recent mass shooting at a Tennessee Christian school, where 6 people were killed. The Democrat is Representative Jamal Bowman of New York, and the Republican is Thomas Massie of Kentucky.
Children at all, cowards, pressure them, force them to respond to the question, why the hell won't you do anything to save America's children? And let them explain that all the way up until Election Day of 2024. Let them explain it all the way up to Election Day of 2024. They're freaking cowards. They're gutless. They're not here. I'm talking about gun violence.
You know, there's never been
I'm talking about gun
in
violence.
a school that allows teachers to carry.
Carry guns?
Would you
More guns lead to more death. More guns lead to more death. Look at the data. You're not looking at any data. You're carrying the water for the gun lobby. Look at the data. More guns lead to more deaths. Guns, states that have open carry laws have more deaths. States that have open carry laws have more deaths. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Calm down. Children are dying. 9-year-old children. Because the solution is not arming teachers. Have you ever worked in a school? 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 It's a yes or no question. Have you ever worked in a school? You will not answer my question. Don't stop and talk to me. Okay, I'll bring it down a notch.
All right, folks.
Have you ever worked in a school?
I've got a bill to repeal the federal...
I worked in the school for 20 years.
You're just screaming.
I was a teacher. I was screaming before you came and interrupted me. I worked in the school for 20 years. So I worked in school 20 years.
In every school,
I was a teacher, I was a school counselor, I was a middle school principal. I was in cafeterias protecting kids every day of my career.
There's never been a shooting. Never been a shooting. It's time. We've got guns here to protect us. And I believe the kids should have somebody to protect them. Every school that's allowed it has never had a shooting, not even an accidental discharge at any of the schools. So.
Wow. By the way, it is either true or it isn't true that there has never been a mass shooting at a school where teachers are allowed to be armed. And you heard Bowman yell and scream, "It's the gun lobby, the gun lobby." Well, the teachers' lobby is far bigger than the gun lobby. And I assure you the teachers' lobby does not want teachers to be armed. So if it is true that there never has been a mass shooting at a school where teachers are armed, then why doesn't the teachers' lobby have gun on its hands? But this exchange is typical. If you don't believe in gun control legislation that won't do any good, you are, in the words of California House Democrat Eric Swalwell, siding with killers.
And what is just so maddening about that answer is that everything we do in our daily lives, and I'm living this right now, and you've got kids too, Nicole, but everything we do focuses around protecting kids, right? So if you have little kids, they can't open the cabinets. They can't go up the stairs. You have a guard to protect that. They can't open any prescription drugs. You keep any, bleach or laundry detergent or Tide Pods away from them. You put them in the car, they go into a car seat, you buckle them up. Everything we do is designed to protect them because they're the most precious people in our community. They're the most innocent people in our community, except protect them from the one thing that is killing them more than anything else, and that's gun violence. And that's what's so maddening, is that if we had Republican allies here, we could protect our children from what's killing them the most. So you as a Republican, I think, by your negligence in protecting them, you can either side with the kids and protect them, or we're going to say that you're siding with the killers, because there's really no other way to describe who is benefiting from your absolute inaction.
Siding with the killers. Never mind that statistically, a child is safer in school than not in school. But again, this, I believe, what Swalwell just now said, is a microcosm of what's going on in our country. Both sides, strong beliefs. One side believes those who disagree should be shut down, castigated, caricatured as bad people. Yelling and passion are not reason. Aristotle said, anybody can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power. That is not easy, end of quote. And keep in mind, for the first 2 years of the Biden presidency, Democrats controlled the House, the Senate, and the presidency. If more common sense gun control legislation was so important, why didn't they pass it? The left and wokeism have overtaken academia, Hollywood, media, and big tech. Those who have a different point of view, whether on COVID, whether on gun control, whether on election integrity, are not just considered wrong, but bad, if not evil people. I don't know how our republic can continue this way. Communist China is on the move. Iran is getting close to a nuclear bomb if they don't have it already. Putin invaded Ukraine because he sensed American weakness, and North Korea continues testing missiles that at some point will be able to reach our country if they can't do so now. Our borders remain porous, our debt has never been higher, the so-called entitlement programs, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, are growing at unsustainable rates. Don't take my word for it. Both President Obama and President Bill Clinton called the programs unsustainable. We spend more money than virtually any other industrialized country, except for Switzerland and Luxembourg, on K through 12, and get poor results compared to our Asian and European counterparts. And 40% of American kids enter the world without a father in the home married to the mother, substantially higher than it was decades ago. But most important to me is the issue of the intolerance of the American left. Given the intolerance of the American left, I don't think it's an overstatement to say we have an issue with what I call liberal fascism. It stifles debate and therefore hinders our ability to sensibly address our problems. We've got a country to save. And that's the elder statement. Now, I know you love the show, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then scroll down to the bottom and get on our mailing list. That way you'll be able to get all of our videos, because every now and then, from time to time, for reasons that confound us, YouTube has a problem with our videos. To make sure you get them all, get on our mailing list. Also, see that little donate button, hit that, throw a little something in the tip jar. Make sure we continue giving you hard-hitting, candid programming. Finally, Larry with Epoch, E-P-O-C-H, Larry with Epoch.com. I am Larry Elder. This has been the Larry Elder Show for Epoch Times. And I repeat, we've got a country to save. I'll see you next time.